Blurry is the last song on the EP. It's about something very, very personal. A couple of years back in 2015, my grandma passed away because of Alzheimer's disease. And Alzheimer's disease is something that just slowly eats you inside out. It just starts from the bottom of yourself and it just spreads out and just eats everything you have. It just erases all of it. So when you have Alzheimer's disease, things slowly start to get blurry, and you slowly don't remember anything. You keep forgetting things to the point where you can't recognize your family, your friends, the people that you love and you spend 70 years of your life with. I always wanted to write about it. I actually never told my mum that I wrote about it, and she still doesn't know. I don't think she would be able to take it at the moment. My mum's a very emotional person, and I'll probably tell her once the song is out. But I don't know. I just don't. She takes things very personally from the very bottom of her heart, and it's just something too big to just say, hey, I wrote a song about this. Going back to the origins of it, it started in 2017, and I was rehearsing. I was playing guitar for Chinchilla, an artist and a friend of mine, an amazing artist. And I was just rehearsing with her, and as I said, I played guitar for a long time before, but I used to play just campfire guitar. I just knew 4 or 5 chords and that was it. So when I was in rehearsals for her, I had to learn some parts. And I remember learning about sort of open chords. So I started going that's how the whole song started. It was something just that felt right for what I needed to write to. And bear in mind, I usually come up with music and lyrics together. So when I managed to find the right thing to do and to hear from the instrument, all the lyrics just come together. So it was the 15th of May 2017. And I recorded it for the first time just on my phone, and it sounded like this. And I can feel it rinsing off my brain. Some of the lyrics actually changed afterwards. And every second is a piece of memory that left me, though I never like it to. It's other than it seems my day. So it was a very slow song, and very direct. But some of the lyrics changed afterwards. But I wanted it to be a bit more powerful, almost like an angry song, because it's just not right that Alzheimer's disease is a thing. It really shouldn't. It doesn't make sense. And I promise you won't be left alone. I promise you won't let me go. So I wrote the first verse in May 2017, and I was stuck with half the song for so long. So I had the pre-chorus, I had the chorus, and I knew nothing about what to write after, and I tried for months, and 1 year went by and I still couldn't finish the track. And it wasn't until someone told me that I should have just closed my eyes and imagined what she would feel just through her day. So in the first part of the song, I imagined my grandma and my mum talking in an imaginary minute where my grandma could be aware of what was going on, and she could explain to my mum what she was feeling, how things didn't make sense. So that was the first verse is about. It's just like, I can feeling rinsing off my mind, and every second is a piece of memory that now is gone. It's like she finally has things clear for a minute. Like she clicks back to reality for a second, and she can explain what's going on. And then the second verse is just something that makes me sad, because I know that's what must have gone through her mind, because I'm sure she had a couple seconds of reality through every day. And it says, I'm laying in my bedroom, but it doesn't feel like home. And things that might seem obvious in my head, they've turned to stone. And I'm trying to find a meaning in this unknown. So they're trying. Like, they're humans. I know that there is still something inside that is working, but they just can't make sense of things. So when I started recording it, it was just meant to be like the rest of the songs, just a full production song, with drums and bass and everything. So we recorded acoustic guitars, and then we jumped in the studio to record vocals. And I was testing the headphones, and I turned off the lights, switched off the lights, and I started singing it. And as I was singing it, I just closed my eyes, and I just saw it all. I could imagine it, and I got lost. I don't even remember singing the track. Basically, it's just something that I've done. I wasn't thinking of what the lyrics were. So when we finished recording just that first and single take of the vocals, I just looked at Rob and I was like, "That's it. I don't want anything else on this track. I just want it to be this, because that's what the song was anyway. Just a bit of music in the back, and just a person explaining how they're feeling." It's been a long process to come together to a final EP, as I said. So it will mean the world to get one single play out of it, because it means that someone heard it and took 18 minutes of their life to just hear what I have to say about things, and hopefully understanding that they're not alone, that people have gone through things that he might have gone through.